Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Birdo's Blueclaws Network, where today we will be seeing the Jersey Shore Blueclaws face off at home against their biggest rivals, the Brooklyn Cyclones, in a game which the Blueclaws will need to win to remain at least 3 games back of Greensboro as we head towards next week and the end of the first half. Both teams wearing their Copa uniforms today. The Blueclaws wearing their Jersey Shore Medusas uniform, and the Cyclones wearing their Brooklyn Jeffs uniform. For the Blueclaws, starting on the mound, Everson Castellano. Castellano posts a 3.78 ERA and a 2-2 record in 2024. The teams warm up, and again, the Blueclaws probably need to stay. We're going to have to win this game in order to stay within 3 games back of Greensboro as the first half comes to an end, as the Blueclaws play the Grasshoppers next week in Greensboro, North Carolina. Still warming up for this game, which is set to start in 3 minutes at 7:05. Now your Jersey Shore Blueclaws starting lineup. So Everson Castellano will be taking the mound in his 5th start of the year for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws. Justin Crawford will be the DH batting first. Eric Brito will start at shortstop. Leandro Pineda will be playing first base today. Otto Kemp will be at second. Cade Ferguson right. Marion Boyd in center. Zach Arnold at third. Troy Scheffler in left. Jordan Disson at catcher. For the Brooklyn Cyclones, opening batting order as they are the away team. Morabito leads off, followed by LaRusso and Tillin in the 3-hole. Consuegra playing right field bats 4th. Lara playing short bats 5th. Suero 6th. De Los Santos at 7th. Heel at 8th. And Pregan catching at 9th. Getting set to go here at Shoretown Ballpark. Notable former Blueclaws having success otherwhere would be Jared Carr playing the outfield in the Independent League for the Charleston Dirty Birds, posting a .360 on-base percentage and a .340 batting average. He's hit 4 home runs this year with 18 stolen bags and 32 hits, along with 18 RBIs. Shortly after being sent up to Reading Fighting Phils for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws last year, Rickson Wingrove was cut. However, he has found success and is back in the minor leagues with the Fort Myers Mighty Muscles, the low-A affiliate of the Minnesota Twins. Getting set to go in Jersey Shore. Here we go. We see Everson Castellano warming up in the pink and purple Copa Medusas uniforms for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws. Big game as they are tied with the Brooklyn Cyclones for third place. In the South Atlantic League North. And honestly, this is probably one of the biggest games of the year for them. I mean, it's gonna be a very important series, honestly, for both teams, for both ball clubs here. It's gonna be a very important series. More warm-ups being thrown. Disson throws down. We are getting ready to go here in Shoretown Ballpark. Here we go from Shoretown Ballpark. Nick Morbido is ready. Everson Castellano is ready. We are underway here in Shoretown. First pitch is a swinging strike in the inside for strike one. And honestly, I love the way that the Blueclaws have branded themselves with these beautiful uniforms and beautiful alternate identities as Castellanos comes set, kicks, fires, and deals low in the dirt for ball one. 1-1 count on Morbido. But I feel like it just draws fans very well, and I think it's very good what they've done. Castellano set, kicks, fires, and deals inside for ball two. 2-1 now against Castellano. Nick Morbido hitting .338. And the Blueclaws have really been beat up by the Cyclones this year, which they usually dominate. Very surprising. Kicks, deals, little high and outside, but called a strike. It is 2-2 on Nick Morbido from Everson Castellano. And the beautiful pink bills on the hat, on the flat brim hats as well. Beautiful, and the pink and purple piping down the side. Beautiful. Castellano kicks and deals. Caught him looking for strike three. Put a K on it. Everson Castellano for strikeout number one. He threw a sinker that absolutely fooled Nick Morbido. Absolutely fooled him. That'll bring up Nick LaRusso. 2 Nicks in a row. Castellano set. And he throws almost hit LaRusso for ball one. He was able to get out of the way. Almost hit him in what would have been his hands. Everson sets. Takes a sign from Disson, kicks and deals. In there, right down the middle, LaRusso stares at it go into Disson's glove for strike number one. 1-1 count. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Now 8, make that 7. Takes the sign from Disson. Castellano sets. Fires down. 1 second left on the pitch clock. And a sinker on the outside corner for strike number 2. Beautifully placed pitch. Elite ball placement, as some would say. A lot of Cyclones fans in Shoretown Ballpark, as there always are for this series, and I will be attending tomorrow, and I very well will try to get an autograph. Slider in the outside corner, called a ball. well, autographs, obviously. What I meant to say was I tried to get an interview for Berto's Blueclaws Network. Only reason I am live streaming on this channel is because I just created that channel today. I have no streaming eligibility, but it's okay. We'll get that. Castellano goes back to the sinker on the outside corner. Great call by the umpire, and it's 3-2. Unable to get the strike call there, but it was a very fair and good call. Emerson Castellanos sets, kicks, and fires. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3 on the outside corner where LaRusso checks swings, goes around, says the first base umpire, and that is strikeout number 2 for Emerson Castellano, who looks like he's in total control of the ball so far in the first inning. Junior Tillin posting a .224 average in the 3-hole for the Brooklyn Cyclones, comes up to the plate. Tillin rips one into right center field. Marion Boyd fielded on one hop, and it'll be a base hit for the Cyclones as they now have a runner on first with 2 away. And the Blueclaws look very clean with these beautiful uniforms. They'll bring up Stanley Consuegra, and honestly, it just makes them look more flashy, more modern. It's cool. I like it. I like the regular uniforms too that the Blueclaws always wear. Castellanos sets and deals. Did he go? No, he did not. And on the outside corner, it will be called for ball number 1. Swing and a miss. Strike number 1. It is 1-1 against the batter, Consuegra. Did he go? He did not. And it'll be 2-2. I'm sorry if I said the wrong count. But it'll be now 2-2 against Consuegra. Castellano. 1 second left in the pitch clock. Kicks and deals an outside ball where now it's 2-2. I'm sorry. Made a little bit of a mistake there. That's all right. Now a 2-2 count. Kicks and deals right in there for strike 3. Castellano strikes out Consuegra right into the glove of Jordan Disson. Perfect framing by him, and that will retire the side. 1 run, no hit, no errors. 1 hit, no runs, no errors. 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. It is Jersey Shore Medusa 0 and Brooklyn Cyclone 0 on Berto's Blueclaws Network. Commercial break here as we have the Cyclones and the Blueclaws tied at 0-0 going to the bottom of the first. As we get underway here in the bottom of the first, Justin Crawford, the batter. And an 0-1 count on him. Crawford sends one right field, and it is caught by the center fielder on a 1-0 count. That'll bring up Eric Brito for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws. Orellana pitching for the Cyclones. Brito lets the first pitch go for ball number 1. Douglas Orellana is posting a 1.05 ERA for the Brooklyn Cyclones, which he's been balling out this year. Pitch gets down, and it is now 2-1 on Eric Brito, the shortstop, the highly ranked Philly shortstop prospect here with high A Jersey Shore for what would be the second year in a row. Brito turns on one, right field. It's got a chance. It gets down into the corner. Eric Brito rounds first. He's going to second. Brito takes a big turn at second and holds up for a stand-up double. Claws up Sellies in for the Blueclaws in the dugout. And the Blueclaws are in business here with a runner on second. Can Orellana bounce back from what we just saw? And so now, Leandro Pineda will dig into the box for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws. 1-1 on Leandro Pineda. I'm sorry. Had some technical difficulties. My video done lagged. Sets and deals is Orellana. And Pineda grounds one to third. Over to first. Brito stays put, and that'll be 2 outs. The Blueclaws still with a runner in scoring position. And now 2 down as Orellana looks closer to working out of this one. And that'll bring up the second baseman on a rehab assignment, Otto Kemp, for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws. Orellana kicks and deals. Ball outside, 1-0 on Otto Kemp, who played with Jersey Shore last year and honestly carried them through their playoff run into the semifinals where they lost in 3 games. Douglas Orellana kicks and deals. Swing and a miss from Otto Kemp. He gets fooled by the fastball right down the pipe. Orellana kicks and deals. Swing and a miss on the left side, outside corner of the plate. And Kemp in a 1-2 hole here with a runner on second, 2 outs in the bottom of the first for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws. Kemp, ground ball, foul down the third base line. Kemp stands back in the box. Orellana takes the sign from his catcher. Kicks and deals. Ball high, 2-2 on Otto Kemp. Otto Kemp will be back with the Reading Fighting Phils, I believe, by the end of the first half. on a rehab assignment. I believe, well, he was with the Blueclaws, got sent back up and got hurt again. Now he's back down another rehab assignment. Kicks and deals is Oriana, and that is high. It is 3-2 on Otto Kemp. Time called by, I believe, the catcher. Or no, maybe it was Otto Kemp. Otto Kemp calls time on a 3-2 count, 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Kicks and deals. Kemp fouls one off. A beautiful day here at Shoretown Ballpark. With nice crowd here. Friday night. Blueclaws looking for a big win to stop their big skid against the Cyclones here. Oriana set, fires home, and high for ball 4. So Otto Kemp on first. Now the Blueclaws have first and second with 2 outs. And very good news for the Blueclaws. The Asheville Taurus are up 2-0 on the Greensboro Grasshoppers in the top of the 4th. And so if the Blueclaws can win this game, and that result stays the same in Asheville, then the Blueclaws will only be 2 games back. That's pretty. I mean, this is a big game for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws and their comeback to win the first half title. Cade Fergus, my favorite Blueclaw. I know I'm not supposed to show any bias, but my favorite player right now, active, Cade Fergus. Very nice guy. I got to meet him a few times. So I'm going to try to get an interview with him tomorrow for Berto's Blueclaws Network. But he takes ball low, 1-0. Oriana deals. Ooh, high called strike. Make it 1-1. I mean, that really could have gone either way, but it was a little above the letters. Brito leads off second. Oriana kicks and deals. Outside. Oh, called strike 2. Fergus shaking his head, not happy with the call as he watches that John go by. Oriana called time by Cade Fergus. He stretches and adjusts his batting gloves as he steps out of the batter's box. Fergus ready? Oriana ready? He fires home. Brito stealing. Fergus deep center field. It is off the wall. Brito scores. Kemp scores. Cade Fergus into third with a triple. Claws up for Cade Fergus. 2-0 Jersey Shore. That ball was ripped into right center field and had a chance of going out. Greg Bronzinski congratulating his player at third as Fergus puts on the pink sliding mitt, hopefully being driven in by Marion Boyd, the speedy center fielder, who gets up to the plate. He's been on a skid lately. He's starting the season's leadoff here. Ball gets away. Fergus coming home. He scores easily. 3-0 Jersey Shore. Big bottom of the first inning on a 2-out rally for Jersey Shore. And Cade Fergus scores on the pass ball. Now Marion Boyd on a 1-0 count gets ready, kicks and deals. Does the pitcher Oriana, and Marion Boyd will take strike number 1. Again, this is big for the Blueclaws because the Asheville Taurus are beating the Grasshoppers right now. Boyd takes ball number 2. And again, if the Asheville Taurus win tonight and the Blueclaws also win, then the Blueclaws will be 2 games back of first, heading into the series next week after the game tomorrow with the Cyclones against the Grasshoppers. Outside corner, Marion Boyd takes strike number 2. Anyone watching the stream, thank you for the like. Boyd rips one. First base. Nice play by the first baseman, and that'll end the inning. Wow. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left. Jersey Shore Blueclaws 3, Brooklyn Cyclones 2. I'm sorry, Brooklyn Cyclones nothing. Back on Berto's Blueclaws network. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to get used to saying that because that is a tongue twister. I'm not going to lie. We're not lying here on Berto's Blueclaws network. As we get back to the 3-0 lead for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws, Eberson Castellano kicks and deals strike number 1 to Waddell Lara. Lara with a 198 average, 1 home run, and 13 RBIs on the young season for the Brooklyn Cyclones. Castellano kicks, deals, ball 1 low in the dirt. Kicks and deals inside, almost hits Lara in the leg, but it is okay. We have 2-1 now on the batter, Rodolfo Lara. Castellano kicks and deals. Just clips the plate, but it is called a ball. 3-1 on Rodolfo Lara. Eberson Castellano set, takes a sign from Jordan Nissen. Fires across the plate. Lara rips one left field. Fergus can't get there. It kicks to Eric Brito. And no player. I'm sorry, that was not Cade Fergus. That was Troy Scheffler out there and left, attempting to make a diving catch, but able to keep the ball in front of him. And that'll limit Lara to a single. And a really lucky break for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws there. That could have been much worse. Suero to the plate for Brooklyn. He takes 1-0 up and in on what looked like to be an attempt at a curveball. So Christopher Suero, 204 average, 1 home run and 5 RBIs in the young season for the Brooklyn Cyclones. Castellanos ready. He deals. Ground ball. Zach Arnold to Bergoya to first. I believe we turned the double play. No. So the runner out at second. However, the runner safe at first, which will bring up Jeffrey De Los Santos with 1 out and a runner on first here in the top of the second inning. Zach Arnold, there was a chopper over to Arnold, and Arnold definitely could have gotten the ball out way quicker. However, that was not the case. And so that'll bring up 1 out and a runner on. First, fly ball, left side. Arnold diving catch. Zach Arnold. Nice play at third base. A sliding snag by Zach Arnold in foul ground. And he'll hold the runner at first. Obviously, the ball in the infield, but a great play by Zach Arnold. What a first game for me to call. What action. This is actually beautiful. Castellanos deals. I'm sorry. This is not Nick Castellanos. This is Everson Castellano. Mateo Gil up at the plate. Or Gil. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, Mateo, but he is a highly touted Mets prospect as well. Everson Castellano kicks and deals. Ground ball. What a play by Bergoya. Can he make the he overthrows Leandro Pineda at first. The runner will advance to third, and it'll be first and third for the Brooklyn Cyclones with 2 outs here in the the bottom of the top of the second inning. That'll bring up Christian Pregant for the Brooklyn Cyclones, the catcher, in the 9-hole, posting a 1.43 ERA. And Jordan Disson will come out and give some signs to his infield and head back to home plate. Castellano deals. He deals strike one beautifully in there. Remember, this is no longer my main channel. Berto's Blueclaws Network will be my main channel. Go subscribe there. When you're done here, of course. Castellano with a runner on first and third will kick and deal. It's in there, and it is strike 2. 0-2 on Pregant. Castellano kick steals, ball in the dirt, swing and a miss. Gives himself up, and that'll do it for the inning. So no runs, a hit, 1 error, 2 men left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. 3-0 Jersey Shore. Now, the Jersey Shore Blueclaws, we are in between innings here in Jersey Shore, with the Blueclaws leading the Cyclones 3-0. And that inning highlighted, while, yes, there was an error and I kept saying William Bergoya. It was not Bergoya. I'm used to William Bergoya being there. It was Otto Kemp, the second baseman on a rehab assignment for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws. But instead, now it wasn't, highlighted with that, right? But that's not what we're looking at that inning. We're looking at the amazing play made by Zach Arnold there at third and foul ground, making the sliding snag to, who knows what the batter would have done if if that bat goes on. So could have resulted in runs. Great job by the Jersey Shore Blueclaws. And we have word here that we are on the top of the fifth in Asheville, where the Taurus lead the Greensboro Grasshoppers 2-0. We'll take you around the South Atlantic League. The Hickory Crawdads lead Winston-Salem. Or I'm sorry, that game is tied in the top of the third as we get back here, Oriana, to Zach Arnold. Zach Arnold, center field. It is almost out here. It's caught in the warning track. Arnold had all of us fooled in Shoretown Ballpark and me at home. All of us fooled. But it is okay. As we bring up the next batter, which will be the left fielder, Troy Scheffler, who rocks really cool Blueclaws headbands every game and has influenced me. Anyway, we go to the top of the second here for the Greenville Drive, and they are tied at home with the Rome Emperors. And Scheffler stares at 0-1 on the inside corner. Aberdeen and Hudson Valley are tied. Wilmington and Bowling Green will get going soon. So we're in the South Atlantic League. Not all high, I'm sorry. So now 0-2 on Troy Scheffler here. As Oriana, Douglas Oriana has him where he wants him. And this is a very interesting outing by Douglas Oriana because he's usually more on he usually is more as he throws one up and away for ball one. No, I wouldn't say he usually has more control because he's got control. It's not that. It's just the Blueclaws are getting a hold of him here and they're hitting him really deep. Kicks and deals outside corner for 2-2 on the left fielder Troy Scheffler, who attempted an amazing diving grab, but instead was able to keep the ball in front of him, which is big. Could have turned into a triple or even inside the Parker if no one had got there. Organa kicks and deals, and Troy Scheffler goes down swinging on 5 pitches. That will bring up the catcher, Jordan Disson. He's struggled at the plate lately, but maybe he can get right back on track here in this at-bat as he takes strike number 1 down the middle. From Oriana. Oriana kicks and deals. High for ball number 1. 1-1 on the catcher, Jordan Disson, who's been incredibly defensively behind the plate. Just hasn't really found his mojo hitting yet this season so far. Down and away, called strike number 2, and now on a 1-2 hole is Jordan Disson. Jordan Disson with his the catcher. Pregnant calls time as Oriana steps off and Disson steps out. Now, Disson adjusts his helmet and gets back in the batter's box with his open stance. Oriana comes set, deals. Disson pops one up. Right side to first base. It is caught in foul ground, and that will do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on base. We go to the top of the third. The Jersey Shore Blueclaws 3, the Brooklyn Cyclones 0 on Berto's Blueclaws Network. Back here in Jersey Shore, as we are getting set to go, Everson Castellano back in the mound for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws. He gets set and fires in for strike one. Nick Marbito, the leadoff man, up again for the Brooklyn Cyclones. He kicks and deals. Ball outside, delivered by Castellano. Castellano kicks and deals inside, just barely misses the plate for ball 2, 2-1 on Nick Marbito. Castellano kicks and deals, and Marbito thinks about it, doesn't go, doesn't matter. It sinks into the strike zone anyway for strike number 2. And Everson wants to move. Castellano kicks and deals inside for ball number 3. Castellano set and deals the payoff pitch to Marbito. He struck him out looking. Marbito drops his bat thinking he walked and says a few choice words to the umpire as he walks away disgraced into the dugout. That will bring up the number 2 hitter, Nick LaRusso, for the Brooklyn Cyclones. Here in Shoretown Ballpark, Castellano throws outside for strike 1 and follows it up with ball 1. Right. Castellano kicks and deals. Swing and a miss by LaRusso for strike number 2. That'll bring up a 1-2 count. And I've noticed Everson Castellano working very, very quickly tonight as opposed to Oriano, who's been taking his time on the mound. I'm interrupted there by the pitch, which sails on the outside of Disson's glove into the backstop. No runners on base, nothing to worry about there. That'll bring up ball number 2. Castellanos, as soon as he receives the ball, Castellanos receives the ball from his catcher, Jordan Disson, and gets set and fires home. Oriana's been taking more time. That's all right. And LaRusso, swinging a miss on a ball outside in the dirt. Nasty curveball just swooped away from LaRusso as he also pulled his head out on the swing, and he goes back to the dugout shaking his head. That'll bring up the 3-hole hitter and the second baseman for the Brooklyn Cyclones, Junior Tillin, who has a 2.30 ERA on the season. Here we are in the top of the 3rd inning. Kicks and deals. Strike 1 on the outside corner to Tillin from Castellano. Castellano set. Lifts the purple piping on his leg. Fires home. Beautiful pitch right in the bottom of the strike zone, right at the knees, and it is called strike number 2. Tillon calls time to try and throw off Everson Castellano. Castellano shakes his head yes, a distant sign, in agreement. Kicks and unloads at the plate, and maybe unloaded a little too much. 1-2, as that ball went flying to the outside of Disson's glove. 1-2 on Junior Tillon. Umpire gets the play ball sign. Here we go. Firing home. Foul ball. Just fouled off by Tillon. Just got the end of it on the end of the bat. Tillon waits in the box for Everson's pitch. It finally comes 1 second left on the pitch clock. 2-2 to Junior Tillon. After this, we will take you with scores around the minors in between the top of the third and bottom of the third. Castellano kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He fooled Junior Tillon on a ball on the outside of the strike zone that he whiffed that and came up with nothing but air. No runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on base. Everson Castellano putting on a clinic here in Shoretown Ballpark. It is Jersey Shore Medusas 3, Brooklyn Jeffs 0. All right, time for scores around the minors. We'll start off with all of High A. As we have in the middle of the third, the Jersey Shore Blueclaws leading the Brooklyn Cyclones 3-0. Due up for Jersey Shore, Justin Crawford, Eric Brito, and Leandro Pineda. The Tri-City leads Vancouver, Vancouver leads Tri-City in the bottom of the fourth, 1-0. End of the fifth, Asheville 2 over Greensboro in Asheville. West Michigan over Great Lakes over West Michigan in West Michigan, 3-0. That game is in the end of the fourth. Top of the fourth in Winston-Salem, Hickory over Winston-Salem, 1-0. They've had a tough year, has Hickory. Top of the third, the Emperors and the Drive are knotted at 1. Peoria and Lansing. Peoria is up 4 in Lansing. Top of the third, still no score in Aberdeen and Hudson Valley. Middle of the first, South Bend at Quad Cities, 5-0. South Bend going into the bottom of the first. Lake County at Cedar Rapids, 0-0. But Cedar Rapids with a runner on second and 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Dayton at Beloit, Dayton up 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first in Bowling Green, Wilmington trails Bowling Green 1-0. As we get back to the Blueclaws game, Justin Crawford grounds out to the shortstop, 1 down on 1 pitch. We'll continue with scores around the minors. Fort Wayne at Wisconsin, runners on first and second for Wisconsin. Nobody out in that game. Bottom of the first, they're not at 0. Eugene at Hillsboro and Everett at Spokane are starting at 9:35, and Vancouver beat Tri-City 1-0 in the first of a doubleheader earlier today. Now up to the plate for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws, Eric Brito, who tries to lay down bunt and fails. Now ripped into left center field, would be a single for the Blueclaws shortstop and highly touted Phillies prospect, Eric Brito. Now up to the plate comes Leandro Pineda For the Jersey Shore Blueclaws, the lefty first baseman has made a big impact in his year and a half with the Blueclaws. Oriana sets and deals to Pineda, who takes high for ball 1-0 on Leandro Pineda with 1 out, and 3-0 Blueclaws in the bottom of the third. Eric Brito checks back, leads off first. Oriana kicks and deals. Or no, he picks off back to first. Brito barely getting back in time. As now Leandro Pineda back in the box. Oriana gets the sign from Preggin, comes set, and fires back to first again. He can no longer pick off to first this inning now due to the minor league rule implemented about 2 years ago, I want to say now. 2 years ago, along with the pitch clock rule. Oriana sets and fires home to Pineda, who rips one down the first baseline. It is fair. Into the corner it goes. Brito around second. He's going for third. Brito is back into third. He took way too big of a turn around third. Almost got thrown out going back. But it will be a stand-up double for the heavy-hitting lefty Leandro Pineda, and the Blueclaws are in business with 1 out and runners on second and third. Oriana has had trouble keeping the ball off of the Blueclaws hitters' bats, as now Preggin and the entire infield come towards Oriana for a mound meeting. I would think it is only a matter of time till Oriana is taken out of this ball game. The Cyclones are in this race for the South Atlantic League first half title as well, which includes an automatic bid to the first half if you do win it. And now it looks like a pitching change. Or no, not a pitching. The mound meeting is over. They made it look like a pitching change. There is or is it? Or I'm sorry, I think we have had a pitching change. Nope, we haven't. Never mind. I am very confused. I'm sorry, viewers. I'm genuinely confused. I have no clue what just happened. Oriana's out of the game. It's a pitching change here for the Brooklyn Cyclones. Wow. That is crazy. In the bottom of the third inning, Douglas Oriana, who had a 1.05 ERA leading up to this game, is taken out of the game. And now Victor Castaneda. I'm sorry, I'm not good with names. No. Cyclones 6'1", 185-pound, 25-year-old righty pitcher comes from Mexico, comes into the game, and the first batter he will face will be the righty rehab assignment hitter, Otto Kemp. Kemp with 1 out and runners on second and third. And it'll be ball 1 on Castaneda's first pitch of the ball game here in this cool evening in Shoretown Ballpark. Castaneda sets and delivers home. Ball outside. That'll be 2-0. And what is this? The manager signals Castaneda intentional base on balls, which is this is wow. We have bases loaded with 1 out. This isn't like the game-winning run. Like that's not why they intentionally walked them. It's the bottom of the third. Okay, hold on. Now this puts the inning-ending double play ground ball into effect here. But Cade Fergus, who's been on a tear lately, is coming to plate. The 5-hole hitter, Cade Fergus, who's been hitting bombs lately, comes to the plate. Ball one up and in on Cade Fergus, sporting a pink right arm sleeve, which looks absolutely beautiful with the uniform, and a white left arm sleeve with his white singular batting glove. He takes one batting glove pink and one of them white, very light pink on the right batting glove. Beautiful. My favorite player coming to the plate. I know I shouldn't say this. 2-0 on Cade Fergus. Castaneda kicks and deals. Fergus takes a ball a little inside, but it was across the plate, and it's a very good call for strike one. 2-1 on Cade Fergus. Here in the bottom of the third, Jersey Shore Blueclaws lead the Brooklyn Cyclones 3-0. Castaneda sets and fires. Ball three in the dirt and outside. 3-1 on Cade Fergus. Castaneda sets, deals, left side fouled by Cade Fergus, and the count works full on Fergus. Time called by Cade Fergus. And Fergus still out of the box. And Fergus will step in. Castaneda ready, Fergus ready, full count, 1 out, bases loaded, bottom of the third. Castaneda delivers. Fergus watches strike three go by below the knees. Big strikeout for Castaneda as Cade Fergus, the heavy-hitting Cade Fergus, goes down. And now Marion Boyd takes strike one and almost hit him in the hands. And Marion Boyd swings at one outside, and that'll be 2-0. Castaneda sets and deals. Boyd fouls one off. Castaneda sets and deals. The 0-2 pitch to Boyd. He swings in the dirt. On drop third strike, he gives himself up. Marion Boyd strikes out, and that will end the inning. Well, the Blueclaws on 3 hits get a whole lot of nothing. So 3 hits, no runs, no errors, and the bases left loaded. We go to the top of the fourth. Jersey Shore Blueclaws 3, Brooklyn Cyclones 0 on Birdo's Blueclaws Network. I've gotten word that Pork Roll has won the pork roll, egg, and cheese race in in Lakewood. Going into the fourth inning, I mean, this is a very long game. We are an hour into this one here. This game started at 7:05, so a little under an hour into this one here in Jersey Shore. It's Blueclaws 3 and Cyclones 0. here in Lakewood. Going into the top of the fourth. And Castellano looks and deals his first pitch to Consuegra, swinging strike on the inside. Would have been a strike anyway to Stanley Consuegra, who posted 208 batting average with 5 home runs on the young season. Strike 2 in the dirt. He swung. I know that would be actually, now that I look at the game cast, 2 strikes that would have been balls swung at by Stanley Consuegra. And Consuegra ready in the box. Castellano set. And Consuegra's granted time. Oh, wow. Late time call by the umpire. Castellano was in his motion. He was in his motion, and they and he was great. And Castellano, Consuegra was granted time. Yeah, Castellano was in motion, and the pitch would have been a strike. Instead, Castellano deals now ball 2 balls in a row, and I guess Consuegra did his job, but I cannot believe that he was granted time while Consuegra was while Castellano was dealing the pitch. Now, fouled off, or they say fair? No, foul. Foul ball down the third baseline, fielded by the catcher, Jordan Disson, who ran over to get it. Strike out. They say he never made contact with the ball. Strike 3. And on the drop third strike, Consuegra gave himself up. Disson will throw back to the mound. And that will bring up the righty Lara for the Brooklyn Cyclones. Wadelfo Lara will come up for the Brooklyn Cyclones. And that is a ball in there. And now, as many of you know who have been watching the stream, that my actual Blueclaws stream that I'm announcing has been delayed a little bit. But now it's 1-1. It's 1-1 here on Lara, as Castellano delivers strike number 2, and that'll bring it as Castellano ahead here on a 1-2 count. Castellano ready, Lara ready. Castellano lifts, kicks, and deals. Rip down the third base line, going into the corner. It is foul. Long foul ball and nearly cleared the fence, but would have been a double if it was fair. And it was pretty close. It was only a few feet off of being fair. Castellano ready. Lifts the purple and pink stripe running down the side of his leg. And fires to the plate. Strike 3. He got him looking in the inside corner. And that is strikeout number 2 of the inning for Castellano. Absolute beautiful work tonight. 9 strikeouts and 3.2 innings pitched. This is amazing stuff by Everson Castellano, who's absolutely putting on a clinic today. This is really amazing. This will bring up the righty Christopher Suero for the Mets, as we've had a catcher change now. Christopher Suero comes into the game for Pregant to pinch hit, and he takes ball 1. Castellano deals, fly ball into the seats, foul ball, and the count will be level now at 1-1. Suero, born in the Bronx, rips one down the line, foul. 20-year-old catching prospect for the Mets, born in the Bronx, probably born a Yankees fan, but now he's a Cyclone, and his job right here is to work out of a 1-2 count from Castellano here as he pitches with 1 second left on the pitch clock. Ball outside, and it'll be 2-2. Castellano comes set, kicks, and deals. Strike 3, strikeout number 10 in 3 full innings by Everson Castellano. Oh my goodness, we go to the bottom of the 4th. Jersey Shore Blueclaws 3, Brooklyn Cyclones 0. No runs, no hits, no errors, but 3 strikeouts in a row by Everson Castellano as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Blueclaws 3, Cyclone 0 on Berto's Blueclaws Network. Due up for the Blueclaws, Zach Arnold, Troy Scheffler, and Jordan Disson, the catcher. Jordan Disson has been in a struggle lately. And now the top of the 7th in Asheville, where Greensboro looks to overcome a deficit of 2-0 against the Asheville Taurus. Now, this is very big for the Blueclaws, and what has carried them through this first half was their 11-game winning streak they went on back a few weeks ago. And now the Blueclaws have lost a few in a row. The Hops have won a few in a row. Now Greensboro, I don't see them as a team that is very consistent like the Blueclaws. The Blueclaws are consistent losing, but they're also consistent winning. So I think the Blueclaws, they're going to get going here. And honestly, I don't know. We'll see what it brings. We'll see what it brings them. We'll see, because I think the Hops are going to go on a losing streak, and it's gonna benefit the Claws, honestly. And we'll see what happens next week in Greensboro, because the Blueclaws have tomorrow and Sunday, which tomorrow, look on Berto's Blueclaws Network, which I have linked in the description of this, to try to find an interview with a Blue Claw. Maybe it'll be there, maybe it won't, because I'm going to try to get it there. So tomorrow and then Sunday, Zach Arnold digs in, and he'll take ball 1 outside. Here we go to the bottom of the 4th. We'll see what we'll see what that brings. The next 2 games, did Arnold go? No, he did not. It'll be 2-1 on Zach Arnold. And these Blueclaws uniforms cannot stop blazing them. Oh, ball way, way, way up and in. That'll be 3-1 from Castaneda to Zach Arnold. Castaneda ready? 3-1 count. Kicks and deals high for ball 4. Zach Arnold works his way on base with a walk. Now digging in here, the left fielder, Troy Scheffler. He takes right down the middle for strike number 1. And Scheffler, he's been in and out of the Blueclaws lineup this year. He's going to find his way around, I feel. Castaneda sets and fires strike 2 in the same spot. And Scheffler just lets it go there. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens here with Troy Scheffler. I think he got a bright future. Scheffler drives one left field. It is caught. Looked really good off the bat, but it is caught instead. And that'll be 1 away. And that'll bring up, that'll be 1 away with a runner on first. Then I'll bring up Jordan Disson, the struggling catcher at the plate, but incredibly defensively. Our other catchers for the Blue Claws, we have Andrik Nava, Venezuelan born, and he is very good. He's good behind the plate, not as good as Disson fouls one off. But he's a better hitter. And then Ryan Leadich, who's new to the Blue Claws, and right now he's working mostly in the bullpen with the pitchers. But he eventually, once Disson gets called up or Nava gets called up, he'll work his way into the lineup in some sort. Pickoff attempt back to first. Kemp slides back safely with a tag being applied to his helmet. Disson, ground ball to short. Flip to second for one on the first double play. 6-4-3 double play. I'm sorry, did I say short? To third. 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. No runs, no hits, one man left on base. No runs, no hits, no errors, one man left on base. We go to the we go to the top of the fifth. Jersey Shore Blueclaws 3, Brooklyn Cyclones 0 on Berto's Blue Claws Network. Asheville Taurus working through the bottom of the seventh. Hickory Winston-Salem. That game's still going on. A team that's intrigued me very much is Vancouver. Right. I feel Vancouver, they're a good team. The Canadians are good. I don't know. I think they're going to win that league. They're going to win the Eastern League, and right. Well, I'm sorry, Eastern League. Oh my goodness, the Northwest League. Northwest League, and we'll see where that takes down. I think they're a really good baseball team. They're not looking. Their record doesn't really show it, but I think they're a good team, and I think they can fight in the future as they're playing at home right now against Tri-City, and they are leading 4-0 in the bottom of the fifth. They're on second and one out. Justin Crawford, big part of this Blue Claws team. He is one of the Phillies' top prospects, and he's really amazing. I think he will be in the major leagues within a few years. But here we go. Emerson Castellano back on the mound for the Blue Claws. He has 10 strikeouts right now as he faces Jeffrey De Los Santos, who will take ball number one. Probably should have been a strike. That's why I was hesitant to call that. Very well should have been a strike. So 10 strikeouts and 4 innings pitched. No earned runs today for Emerson Castellano, putting on an absolute show here. And De Los Santos swings through one, foul tipped into Jordan Disson's glove. First strike, number 1, 1-1 on Jeffrey De Los Santos. Emerson Castellano sets and deals De Los Santos, who takes ball 2 low near Jordan Disson's knee pads for 2-1. Top of the fifth, Jersey Shore Blueclaws 3, Brooklyn Cyclones 0. 2-1, Emerson Castellano will kick and deal with 1 second left on the pitch clock. Outside corner on the lefty batter, De Los Santos, called strike 2. 2-2 now for Emerson Castellano. Castellano set, loads and fires home. Fly ball out of play, The count remains 2-2. Castellano kicks and deals to De Los Santos. Ground ball, right side to Pineda. He races to first. Got him by a step. Running to the bag. Castellano attempted to cover. Leandro Pineda says, no, thank you. I'll take it myself. And that'll be out number 1 on a ground out to first, where Leandro Pineda takes it himself to the bag. With 1 out, that will bring up the righty Mateo Gil for the Brooklyn Cyclones. Castellano fires in. Swinging foul ball off the screen behind home plate. Strike number 1. Fly ball. Second base. Kemp calls off Pineda. Out number 2. Blueclaws throw it around the infield. Wow, Everson Castellano, what a show he has been putting on today. Absolute amazing. And actually, I'm sorry, I thought Christian Pregan got pinch hit for. He wasn't pinch hit for. As he takes, did he go? He did not go. He takes ball 1 in the dirt. Castellano kicks and deals for strike number 2. One and one now, with 2 outs here in Jersey Shore. Now strike 2 on a called strike down on Christian Pregan. Eberson, almost quick pitches. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strikeout number 11 for Eberson Castellano. Career high for Eberson Castellano. Through 5 full innings. Wheat for Eberson Castellano pitching. No runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Jersey Shore Blueclaws 3, Brooklyn Cyclones 0 on Berto's Blueclaws Network. In between innings here, we'll take you through the Phillies minor league and major league scores today. Here we go. So the absolutely dominant Clearwater Threshers, the Phillies low A baseball team, who have dominated last year and just fell short in the playoffs, are dominating again this year with a 33-15 record, and the only team that can probably keep up is Lakeland, who is 31-17, and they are tied with Clearwater in the top of the 8th. Clearwater is home, but there is a rain delay in that game. And the team that's really struggled at Tampa Tarpons, the Yankees low A affiliate, have struggled over the last few years. For the Phillies high A, obviously we know Jersey Shore leads Brooklyn 3-0 as we're interrupted by the game as Justin Crawford, the leadoff man, swings and whiffs on strike one from Kaneda. The Double-A affiliate, the Reading Fightin' Phils, right now are trailing to the Hartford Yard Goats 3-2. Crawford fouls one the other way for strike two. For Trip, the International League affiliate Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs trail the Columbus Clippers 2-0. Crawford takes outside. Castaneda deals outside as we go check the Phillies score. The Phillies lead in the top of the seventh 3-2 against the Cardinals. Crawford fouls one behind the plate. And so there you go. That is the Phillies system scoring today as the Jersey Shore Blueclaws, a proud high A affiliate of the Phillies. The 1-2 from Castaneda. Inside pitch sent the other way into left field. It'll be a single for the leadoff man and top Phillies prospect, Justin Crawford, here in the bottom of the fifth. Beautifully off the end of the bat, sent the other way on an inside pitch that the lefty put into left field. This now brings up the shortstop, another highly touted Phillies prospect, Eric Brito, who I think will be joining Justin Crawford in the major leagues in a few years. Castaneda deals the first pitch to Brito. On the outside corner, it'll be strike one to Eric Brito, who posted .271 average with a home run and 13 RBIs. He's 2 for 2 today with a double and also coming around to score. The 0-1 pitch from Castaneda to Brito. Inside, Brito makes a little move to get out of the way, though I don't think it was very necessary. And we have a 1-1 count on the Blueclaws shortstop, Eric Brito. Castaneda takes a sign from Preggett. Sets and deals. Fly ball. Shortstop, second base, first base. And is caught by the first baseman. As we now have one away, that'll bring up the lefty Leandro Pineda for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws with a runner on first. That runner being the leadoff man, Justin Crawford, and one out. As Castaneda looks to work through another inning of solid work, and he's done really well. Oriana gave up 3 earned runs, and not a good outing for him. Pineda pickoff attempt to first. Castaneda checks on Justin Crawford. Now, the first pitch of the at-bat to the lefty's first baseman, Leandro Pineda. Crawford takes off. Outside pitch. Crawford down to second. He's safe. Justin Crawford swipes second base, and now the Blueclaws have a runner in scoring position with one out. And because it was an outside pitch, I believe Castaneda read that, threw the ball outside purposely. But Preggett could not get a good throw down there. The throw was it was wide. It pulled the shortstop off second base. And that allowed Justin Crawford to sneak in there on a head-first dive. Crawford leads off second. Ball outside called strike 1-1 on Leandro Pineda. He's been a Blueclaw for 2 years and has contributed to this team greatly. Castaneda takes a sign. Looks back at Justin Crawford on second. Kicks and deals to Pineda. Pineda ground ball. Right side, second to first. Pineda is out, 2 down, and Justin Crawford will move to third on the play. That will bring up the second baseman, cleanup hitter, Otto Kemp. Spent all of last year with the Jersey Shore Blueclaws as well, into the playoffs. Castaneda sets and deals his first pitch, which is up and away, but called strike 1 to Otto Kemp. Now the game's starting to pick up some pace. Only in the fifth inning, an hour and a half in. Castaneda sets and deals. Rip down the line. It is fair into the corner. Crawford will score easily. Otto Kemp rounds first on his way to second. He is in there with a stand-up double. Hits the Claws up celebration as the Claws go up 4-0 over the Cyclones. Beautifully hit ball, about 2 inches fair. And Otto Kemp able to send a double flying down the third baseline. Castaneda sets and deals to the righty Cade Fergus, who's been on a tear lately, as he swings and whiffs at strike number 1. Fergus takes high, and that will be 1-1. Castaneda sets and deals. Fergus chases one in the outside corner, and he whiffs, and it'll be 1-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th on the righty Cade Fergus. Otto Kemp leads off second. Castaneda stares down his catcher. Fergus calls time and steps out. Fergus back in the box. Castaneda ready. Fergus ready. The 1-2 pitch. This is the second time Fergus has watched the ball go right down the pipe tonight. Called strike 3. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the top of the 6th. Jersey Shore Blueclaws 4, Brooklyn Cyclones 0. Back on Berto's Blueclaws Network. As we go back to the Greensboro-Asheville game, bottom of the 8th, 2-0. Asheville still. The Tourists are the Astros high A affiliate. I believe they're banking off of first inning runs, but I could check that right now. Fact check myself. No, trying to look at which inning the runs were scored. I believe the second inning. All right. Wow. Emerson Cassiano back in another inning of work. Nick Morabito out here for the Mets for his 3rd at-bat of the day. And he steps out. And the umpire, some confusion here at Shoretown Ballpark. Umpire did not pull up. Oh, no. A ball gets loose from the fans. Sitting out in left field. Troy Scheffler throws it, and it's a mad dash. All the fans jumping on the baseball in left field. That was the delay. All right. Now back locked in, Emerson Castellano. Kicks and deals. Strike one, the leadoff man, Morbito. Castellano looks for the sign Disson, who frames the ball right down the middle. But the ball goes a little outside, and Morbito chases for strike number two. Emerson Castellano gets set and fires home an 0-2 count to the leadoff man, Nick Morbito. Takes longer with that pitch. Morbito chases it up. Strikeout number 12 for Emerson Castellano. He is on a tear tonight, and he is not being stopped. That'll bring up the first baseman, Nick LaRusso, the second hitter for the Cyclones. First pitch up and away to LaRusso. Castellano kicks and deals. Ooh, just on the corner of the plate, called ball two. And this is a really good game for the Blueclaws relievers, if you think about it, because Castellanos gone into the sixth inning. We might only have to use one reliever here. I think we should pull Charles King from the bullpen after Castellanos is done. He is starting to get away from him. It's 3-0 on three ugly pitches. One out here in the third. Emerson kicks and deals. Ball inside. Well, that pitch wasn't as bad, but three ugly pitches leading to it. Works a walk for Nick LaRusso, and that'll bring up Junior Tillin, the shortstop. So Felix Rice with the night off at first base, and Leandro Pineda holds on LaRusso. Emerson doesn't even mind looking over as he kicks and deals. Strike one that drops in there, and Tillin just stares as the ball goes into Disson's glove. And Emerson's already ready to fire in strike number two. And here's the pitch. As we get a shot of LaRusso leading off first. Swing and a miss from Junior Tillin on a slider that cut all the way down and sunk for strike number two. Emerson Castellano kicks and deals. He waits a long time to kick and deal. And ball outside. In the dirt. It'll be 1-2 on Junior Tillin. With a touch of the rosin bag. Number 46 sets and pickoff move back to first base. Almost throws it away, but it's controlled over there. And he'll stay locked in and get back to work on the batter, Junior Tillin, the righty. Did he go? Strikeout number 13. Tillin does not think he goes. He jumps around in anger but nonetheless, it is a strikeout, and it is strikeout number 13 for Castellano tonight. This is the most dominant pitching performance I've seen all year, major leagues or minor leagues. It's not even the amount of strikeouts. It's just what he's doing. The pitches, where count. I mean, I'm not even sure how many hits the Cyclones have to that. I think they only have one hit. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look at the score box. I'll get that for you guys in a minute. The Cyclones have 3 hits tonight. And while the Blue Claws only have 6, they've been a single or 2 singles, 2 doubles, and 2 triples. The Blue Claws are producing. And the Cyclones are not. They are having a tough night to plate, as it is 1-0 on the 4-0 hitter, Consuegra. Runner going, oh! Late call by me, but the runner went down to second. Disson threw a dart, and Otto Kemp was unable to field it and would have been an out, but the ball popped out of Kemp's glove as he attempted to make the tag, and so a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for the Brooklyn Cyclones. 2-0 on Consuegra. Castellano kicks and deals. High fly ball, deep left field. It is out of here. The Cyclones are right back in it. A 2-run home run from Consuegra brings the Cyclones right back in it. It is 4-2 Jersey Shore. Stanley Consuegra brings in Nick LaRusso on a no-doubter. He stood and watched and admired as it left the yard lusciously. And now I think this will most likely be Everson Castellanos' last inning here of work as Wadelfo Lara comes up for the Brooklyn Cyclones. Because I'll try to get the pitch count for Castellanos. Okay, so Castellanos has thrown 88 pitches, 13 strikeouts, and only 2 earned runs, which we just witnessed on the home run. So Castellanos sets and deals ball 1 near the knees. Could have gone either way. Everson Castellanos kicks and delivers home ball number 2. You see a man waving a Blue Claws sign in the crowd as Jordan Disson calls a mound meeting with Everson Castellanos. And the umpire comes out, and Jordan Disson walks home. As now with 2 outs, but a 0-2 count, Everson Castellanos starts to work into a little bit of trouble here as the Blue Claws have been known to blow leads lately this month, which is very unlike them. They've had very unlike them month of June. They can bounce back. They had a great month of May. Almost, I think they went undefeated at home in the month of May. A really, really, really good month for the Blue Claws in the month of May. June, it's all right. They're getting there. I think I don't think the Cyclones are consistent enough. I think the battle for the first half is going to be Greensboro and Jersey Shore as Everson kicks and fires home. And a curveball sinks in there for a strike. And it's 2-1 with 2 outs. Nobody on base for the for the Brooklyn Cyclones. Everson Castellanos looks at the high and inside frame that Disson gives. Disson frames the ball. That ball could have gone either way. It's 3-1. Now Everson Castellanos. And that was an absolute moonshot of a home run. Off the bat of Swigger. And a walk. Now Everson Castellanos was working into trouble. The runner on first, Christopher Suero, the Bronx native, coming up to the plate for the Brooklyn Cyclones. So the Cyclones finding some hope here in the top of the second. Castellanos kicks and delivers the pitch home. Swing and a miss from Suero, and it's strike number 1. So tying run at the plate, 2 outs, runner on first. An absolute moonshot that brought in 2 off the bat of Stanley Consuegra. Epperson delivers home. Snap throw to first. Disson holds it in his hand. And it'll be 1-1 with 2 outs on the Bronx native. Castellano kicks and delivers home here in this rivalry game. And just outside, it's 2-1 on Chris Suero. St. Lucie Mets standout was called up beginning of the year. As now ground ball bobbled and dropped by Zach Arnold. And wow, the throw-in was dropped by Otto Kemp. And now with runners on first and third, the Cyclones are in business here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. This will definitely be Epperson Castellanos' last inning. And now an infield mound meeting here in the Blueclaws, getting themselves in a sticky situation. The mound meeting now met with manager Greg Bronzinski, as the Blueclaws will bring in what looks to be, the Blueclaws will perform a pitching change here. Meeting, and we don't have word on who is coming to the plate yet. Or coming to the mound yet for the Blueclaws, I should say. So the Blueclaws now, very, very sticky situation here for the Blueclaws. As you know, we'll see who they bring in. As Brodzinski calls in Andrew Whaling with a 1.93 ERA. Very, very consistent pitcher. Very good pitcher. And now, so as we look now at the let's look at a game recap here. So, in the bottom of the hold on. Okay. So in the bottom of the first inning, we had Cade Fergus on his second triple of the year, which brought in Eric Brito and Otto Kemp. And at that point, it was 2-0 Jersey Shore with a win percentage of 73.3%. Stanley Consuegra homers on a fly ball to left, which brought in 2 in the top of the 6th. And yet still the Jersey Shore Blueclaws with an 84% win chance here. So looking good for the Blueclaws, but there is some hope for the Cyclones as Andrew Whaling delivers a pitch to Jeffrey Los Santos for strike 1. Strike 2 in the dirt on De Los Santos. The 0-2 from Whaling. As De Los Santos digs in for one more time. Whaling works a little slower, and Castellano delivers. Strike 3, got him. Strikeout number 1 for Andrew Whaling on the night. And that will end the top of the 6th, but not before. The Brooklyn Cyclones score 2 runs on 3 hits, and an absolute tank by Consuegra that brought in Nick LaRusso. And so it is 4-2 Jersey Shore Blueclaws after the top of the 6th on Berto's Blueclaws Network. As now, good news, kind of, for the Blueclaws now. So it's 3-0 Asheville in the top of the ninth over Greensboro. However, Greensboro has runners on first and third, and actually they just scored. It's 3-1 with nobody out, and runners on first and third. And we will keep track of that game as well. Actually, I'm going to put that game here as well. So we'll be looking for that, as that is very important to tonight. As any Blueclaws fan watching this game, as myself, I'm not supposed to say, well, nah, it's Birdo's Blueclaws Network. We can have some sort of bias on here, but as we'll be calling now. I guess we'll be calling 2 games here. That's gonna be tough to do, but it's a first. As now, so paying attention to that. 0-1 on a Marion Boyd. Now 0-2. He fouls one off. And that is big. That we have foul ball here in Asheville. Michael Escato batting for the Greensboro Grasshoppers, and Kelly Austin pitching for the Asheville Taurus. Ground ball shortstop, Marion Boyd. Almost an overthrow, gunned at first. And that'll be 1 away. And that will bring up Zach Arnold, who made an error at third last game. Oh, I'm sorry, last inning, I should say. Want to know, on a ball in the dirt, blocked by Pregan, but no need to. Nobody on base. Ball down, it's 2-0 on third baseman Zach Arnold. And full count on Michael Escato in Asheville with first and third, nobody out. Strikeout would be big for the Taurus here. The Taurus have struggled all year. And 2-2 on Zach Arnold now as the ball finds the inside corner. And Michael Escato was struck out swinging. And a mound visit will occur for Kelly Austin with 1 out and runners on first and third. Taurus 2 outs away from closing as Zach Arnold stares at strike number 3. And he will go down looking. That will bring up the left fielder, Troy Scheffler, who is also struggling to play along with Zach Arnold. Now the catcher for the Greensboro Grasshoppers, Sean Ross, will come to the plate to face Kelly Austin here. And Troy Scheffler shows bunt. Not buying it. Are the Cyclones, and that is strike number 1. And the righty kicks and deals. Down. And that will be 1-1 now. So we're going to keep our eyes on. I might not be as engaged in the Blueclaws game here. We're going to keep our eyes on the Greensboro game as Troy Scheffler whiffs and misses on a ball inside. Still a mound meeting here in Asheville. It's interesting. Also, forgot to mention a pitching change as a ground ball to second is fielded cleanly, and Scheffler's thrown out at first. Justin Lawson, 23-year-old righty, 6'3", he's a big dude, comes in for the Cyclones as that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on base. We go to the top of the 7th, Jersey Shore Blueclaws 4, Brooklyn Cyclones 2, but don't go anywhere because we still have some more baseball. Because now we have a pitching change. In Asheville, Lane Henderson has come into the game for Kelly Austin with the runners on first and third in the top of the 9th, and the Greensboro Grasshoppers challenging the tie of the game. And a pinch hitter for the Hops, Tamar Johnson, comes in to replace Sean Ross. So Johnson comes in to replace the catcher Ross. and as Henderson puts one in the inside corner for strike one on Tamar Johnson. Johnson, the 5'8", 19-year-old righty, absolute stud second baseman that Greensboro has here. Obviously, not getting many starts because he is literally 19, but he's really been. I mean, he was the FSL postseason All-Star last year with the Bradenton Martyrs. Even though they didn't make much of a run in the playoffs, he did get it. You remember that? As now he grounds out to the first baseman Luis Encarnacion, but Charles Mercado scores with runner Mitch Jebb going to second, but there are 2 outs, and the lead for Asheville is cut to 3-2 here in the top of the ninth. So the Jersey Shore Blueclaws would love to see that. As Andrew Walling gets back to another inning of work, as he fires inside, it'll be ball number 1. Foul ball for the hitter in Greensboro, who would be P.J. Hilson, former Giant. Walling delivers. Strike number 1 there. And line out to the third baseman, Yamal Encarnacion. Oh my goodness. And that is very big as Mateo Gil stares at ball number 2, 2-1. That's big for the Blueclaws because now if they win this game, they're winning 2. And then tomorrow night becomes even bigger because if the Blueclaws can put it within 1 or even keep it at 2, the Blueclaws are going to have to win until the Greensboro series. And Blueclaws are going to have to win a lot of games now, unless the Hops go on a losing streak. It's 3-1 here on Heel. And Mateo Hill works a walk against Phillies pitching prospect Andrew Walling. No outs here. The top of the 7th. 4-2 Blueclaws. Only run coming off of a 2-run home run by the Cyclones in the top of the 6th, where they challenged to tie the game but weren't unable to do so. And now, 0-1 on the righty catcher, Preggin. Pickoff attempt back to first. Walling no go. To the 2 likes that I have in this stream, thank you very much. As Walling deals to Preggin. Swing and a miss. As the catcher, Christian Preggin, goes 0-2 here. Drafted in 2023 in the 10th round out of Stetson University. Born in Syracuse, so New York native. And ball in the dirt will be 1-2 inside. Another big dude, 6'2", 210 pounds. Absolutely unit of a man. Competed in spring training this year with the Mets. Walling deals the 1-2. Outside corner called strike 3. It'll be strikeout number 2 for Andrew Walling. And that will be the first out of the inning with a runner on first. The leadoff hitter, Nick Morabito, comes up, putting Nick LaRusso in the hole. On deck. First pitch to Morabito is a ball that gets away, but Disson's able to keep it in front of him, preventing a runner from going second. So Gil leads off first. Morabito waits for the pitch. Drives one. Right field. Cade Fergus is there. And that is the second out of the inning as Gill holds on to first. Cade Fergus with a nice play in right field. Ranging over to his left, able to make the snag. 2 down. Runner on first. That brings up the 2-hole hitter, Nick LaRusso. LaRusso steps into the box, and the umpire will call time due to the bat boy running around the back. Walling, ready? He'll fire it in there. Ball one inside corner, could have gone either way. I believe that thing went across the plate, but Blue believes otherwise, and it was 1-0. Swing and a foul ball off the bat of LaRusso, and that's strike number 2. What would have been an inside strike, LaRusso swings that, and instead, it's strike number 1 on Nick LaRusso. Walling's been pitching decent over the last full inning, as he deals ball number 2 down in there to LaRusso. I mean, he's had a good game. I'm not gonna lie, he's had a good game, but a little too many balls here as he sits and deals outside 3-1 to Nick LaRusso with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Walling sets and delivers. LaRusso right back at Walling. Nice play. Flips to first. Inning over. Andrew Walling on a chopper that came back to him. He jumps up, flips to first, makes the beautiful play, and that'll end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. It's time to stretch. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 4-2 Jersey Shore Blueclaws on Berto's Blueclaws Network. Back here on Berto's Blueclaws Network, Jordan Disson due up against Justin Lawson, a right-hander who has 1 K over 1 inning here. 13 pitches. He's fired 10 strikes across the plate and has been pitching beautifully. Has not given up any runs for the Brooklyn Cyclones. I almost said the Brooklyn Mets. With a struggling Jordan Disson. Offensively struggling Jordan Disson comes to the plate. And hoping that we can get an interview tomorrow. As Disson takes what should have been strike 1 as ball 1. Here in the bottom of the 7th, 4-2 Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore Medusas lead the Brooklyn Jeffs. And Disson, left field. This ball has a chance. This ball is gone. Jordan Disson clears the wall and left. See you later. Claws up. Jordan Disson trying to work out of a slump. That'll help. He goes yard. It's 5-2 Blueclaws. Jordan Disson had me fooled on that. I thought that ball was staying in. And I actually thought it was going to be a foul ball. The way It genuinely looked like a foul ball. As that'll bring up Justin Crawford, called strike number one. It looked like a foul. It looked like a foul ball at first. It looked like a foul fly out. As Justin Crawford, speaking of fly out, flies out to Suero in left field. Yeah, I mean, that's tough. I will take that though. I mean, it barely cleared the wall too. Barely cleared the wall. But it is a home run, and that will definitely be a morale booster to Jordan Disson. As now, the batter, Eric Brito, comes up to the plate. Strike one at the knees. He takes. A win here would put the Blueclaws 2 games back of the Greensboro Grasshoppers, as Brito swings at one outside. And would also put them a game ahead of the Cyclones, who they are tied for second with right now. So this is a big game for the Cyclones too. But this game might be lost to the Cyclones, but you never know. Only 3-run deficit. So that's my first Blueclaws home run call. I could have done way better if I actually knew the ball was going out. Like the iconic Caleb Ricketts home run last year in the first game of the semifinals. As Brito will take ball number 2. I'm sorry, ball number 1. Brito fouls one off, and the count remains 1-2. The 1-2. Lawson kicks and deals. Fly ball. Oh, it drops in the infield. 3 Cyclones were on the ball. Quick little pop-up in the infield. It's going to be scored as a single. And Eric Brito reaches on first. It landed in no man's land right behind the pitcher's mound. And because the ball dropped so quickly, none of the Cyclones infielders could get to it. That'll bring up the lefty, Leandro Pineda. Lawson kicks and deals. Pineda swings through one. That was curving towards the outside. I should say sliding towards the outside corner. For strike number 1. Lawson fires up, ready to go again. Another one fouled off to the left side of Shoretown Ballpark by Leandro Pineda. That will be strike number 2. As Lawson tries to work Pineda and work out of the bottom of the 7th. 1 down here for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws. Pineda calls time. Pineda back in the box. Lawson ready. Leandro ready. Pickoff move the first. Did he get him? No, but it was awfully close. Brito dives back in safely. Brito leads off first. Brito takes off. Ground ball. Brito hops over it to avoid the interference. It'll be 2 outs, which the steal takes away the double play. Eric Brito is able to go to second. Very good job hopping over the ball, or else it would have been an automatic double play. And now a mound visit by Pregant to Justin Lawson. So runner on second. Blueclaws have a runner now in scoring position with Otto Kemp coming to the plate. Lawson deals strike 1 to Otto Kemp, in which he swung on an outside pitch. Lawson kicks and deals. Kemp probably could have sent that ball to the moon instead. It's a check swing, and it will be 0-2 on Otto Kemp with a runner on second and 1 out. Here, if you're just joining us, the bottom of the 7th, Jersey Shore Blueclaws lead the Brooklyn Cyclones 5-2. Foul ball, really deep to the right side by Otto Kemp. Lawson stares down Brito leading off second, kicks and deals. And it'll be 1-2 and the ball high. The pitch swung on and missed on a ball in the dirt by Otto Kemp. He goes down. So it is 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. The 1 run coming off of a Jordan Disson home run to left field. And at the end of the 7th, Jersey Shore Blueclaws 5, Brooklyn Cyclones 2 on Berto's Blueclaws Network. Back on Berto's Blueclaws Network here. We have Tillin Consuegra, who hit the home run earlier for the Cyclones, the only 2 runs of the game, and Lara coming up for the Brooklyn Cyclones. They are set to face, I believe, Walling again. No, we have a pitching change. Daniel Harper, the righty, 6'4", 225-pound righty out of Merriam, Kansas, Kentucky College, replaces Andrew Walling. Harper was selected in 2022 in the 17th round by the Philadelphia Phillies. This is his first. This is gonna be first year with the Blueclaws. He spent 2 years almost 2 years with the Threshers as he deals strike 1 to Tillin. 2 years with the Threshers. Now we'll deal a ball 1-1. I'm sorry, the 1-2. We missed a strike there. The 1-2. Outside, barely outside. Good frame job by Jordan Disson. It'll be 2-2 in the top of the 8th. 5-2 Jersey Shore Blueclaws. Strike 3. He got him. Daniel Harper's first strikeout of the night. Junior Tillin strikes out, and there's 1 away in the top of the 8th. That will bring up the man who slugged the home run earlier, Stanley Consuegra. He digs in. Consuegra watches strike 1 go right on by. Ball 1 to Consuegra. Ball 2 outside corner. And it is 2-1 on Stanley Consuegra. Lara in the hole.
as Harper delivers.
Called strike number 2. Right in the outside corner. I'm usually a very enthusiastic announcer, but this late at night, we're not trying to do that. We're not trying to wake up the entire house. It's a no-no. You know what I'm saying.
Harper kicks and lays in strike number 3 for his second strikeout of the night. Now Laura digs in and fouls off strike 1. And strike 2 is swung at by Laura here in an 0-2 count. Harper gets a sign from Disson. Sets, kicks, and delivers. Did he go? No, he did not. Oh, I was convinced that he went. He did not go. It'll be 1 and 1 and 2 here on the batter, Laura. Ground ball to Brito. Sidearm throw to first, and Leandro Pineda is able to keep his foot in the bag, and that is out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on base for the Brooklyn Cyclones. Going into the bottom of the 8th, it will be 5-3 Jersey Shore on Berto's Blueclaws Network. As we're in between innings here, this way I don't have to say at the end of the game, remember to subscribe to Berto's Blueclaws Network, which is linked in the description, and where all future streams and videos of your favorite minor league baseball team, the Jersey Shore Blueclaws, will be held. Potential interviews also with the players will be held there. So remember to go sub to that in the description because that'll be my main channel now. Back here on Berto's Blueclaws Network, what will most likely be the last at bat for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws is. Well, sorry about that. Excuse me. As the righty Kate Fergus will dig in, he has a 2-run triple tonight. Has really helped the Blueclaws as he swings at strike number 2. And Fergus calls time. He'll step out. And now the 1-2 on Kate Fergus. Ground ball left side. Tough play for the third baseman. He's got him. And that is out number 1 for the Brooklyn Cyclones. As Kate Fergus is put away for the third time tonight. So although highlighted with a double, tough night for Kate Fergus. Man who's usually really hot with the bat. And ball number 1 on the outside corner to Marion Boyd, the speedy center fielder, and playing in center field tonight for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws. Inside, ball number 2. And that ball could have been called either way as well. Kicks and deals. And that will be ball number 3. To the righty, Marion Boyd from Justin Lawson. Boyd, did he go? No, he did not. And that'll be ball number 4. Marion Boyd, the speedster, works a walk. That'll bring up the righty third baseman, Zach Arnold. He struck out and walked tonight on 2 at-bats. A threat to go is a Marion Boyd standing at first base. Lawson kicks and deals. Ball number 1 up and away. And so 1-0 on the third baseman, Zach Arnold. He made an error earlier in the 6th inning, but did not come back to bite the Blueclaws. Pickoff, throw to first. Very close again. Another close pickoff tonight for the Cyclones. Have caught the Blueclaws almost lacking on the bases. But no. Fly ball, right field. This one's got a chance. Zach Arnold over the right fielder's head. Marion Boyd's on his way home, all the way from first. He is going to score, and Zach Arnold is going to be into third with a RBI triple and extends the Blueclaws lead to 6-2. That ball was sent into right field. And a beautiful hit by the third baseman, Zach Arnold. The second triple of the night for the Claws, as Brodzinski hands Arnold's equipment back to the dugout. How about left fielder Troy Scheffler? He's had a tough slate of late, but he looks to get going here. Lawson deals, foul ball back into the net. It'll be strike number 1. A lot of the young fans in attendance today. We love to see that as Lawson deals ground ball. Oh, it gets through the infield. Miscommunication between the shortstop and third baseman, which allows Zach Arnold to score. That'll be an RBI single. It'll be scored as an RBI single for Troy Scheffler. And the Blueclaws take a commanding 7-2 lead in the bottom of the 8th. And now the catcher, Jordan Disson, who homered in his last at-bat. The pitch. Ball went outside from Justin Lawson, who's thrown 44 pitches. A very interesting choice by the Cyclones to leave him in the baseball game here. But that is their choice. As now, Justin Lawson kicks and deals right down the middle. And Jordan Disson whiffs on it. And it'll be 1-1. Lawson fires. Curveball in there for a strike, and it's 1-2 on Disson, who calls time at the plate. Disson digs back in. Schreffer's going to second. Throw down to second. He is in there. Troy Schreffer swipes second base. His 5th steal of the year. And now the Blueclaws with 1 out and a runner on second. As it's a 1-1 count on. 2-2 count on Jordan Disson. That was a ball up and away. As now Disson realizes he has an RBI opportunity here. He digs back in. Ball outside. Full count. Justin Lawson takes the sign and fires. Ball outside. And Jordan Disson works a walk. So that'll cycle back to the top of the order for the Blueclaws. That'll bring up Justin Crawford, who's 1-4 tonight. He's a stolen base and he's scored. Now a mound meeting for the Brooklyn Cyclones. And a pitching change for the Brooklyn Cyclones. So Justin Lawson exits the game after giving up 3 runs. I'm not even having a bad game. But he gives up 3. And just, yeah. And that's the way to blow the game late. That's the way to blow it late in the game. Giving up runs, and just the Blueclaws have been all over the ball tonight, hitting wise. I think they did great. I think they've had a great game, and I know it's technically not over yet, but it's gonna be hard for the Blueclaws to. It's gonna be hard for the Cyclones to score 5 in 1 inning, but the Blueclaws have done it before, so the Cyclones can't. Remember, I can only announce what I'm actually seeing. I'm not at the ballpark. So whatever I see on my little screen, my little view of the game, is all that I can announce. So Cyclones bring in Julian Smith, former Dodger prospect, drafted in 2018, 26-year-old from Concord, North Carolina. He was released by the Great Lakes Loons last year, but then ended up playing for the Tri-State Dust Devils, the low A affiliate of the Angels, but then surprisingly elected free agency and was signed to the Brooklyn Cyclones earlier this year. And now, whoa! I wasn't even noticing this. The ball gets away. Wild pitch by Julian Smith. Troy Schreffer to third. Disson ends up staying put at first. Now Crawford digs in on a 1-out count. Runners on first and third for the Jersey Shore Blueclaws. Crawford. Fly ball. Shortstop. 3 Cyclones coming in, just like Brito's fly ball. This time it's caught. And it'll be the second out. Caught by Junior Tillin at second base. So that'll be the second out of the inning with runners on first and third. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Eric Brito. Brito 3 for 4 tonight. A double. He scored. A single as well. Brito takes ball 1 inside. To all the viewers who watched, I believe we had 8 tonight. We have 2 likes. Thank you for those. As Brito now takes ball 2 outside from Julian Smith, the pitcher. Brito whiffs on a fastball right down the middle. And it is 2-1 on the Blue Claw star shortstop. Smith delivers. Right back at him. To first base, low throw. Oh my, picked by Nick LaRusso. And that'll end the inning. Bunch of hits. I mean, 1 run, 4 hits, 2 men left, and no errors. As we go into the top of the 9th, Jersey Shore Blueclaws 7 and Brooklyn Cyclones 2 on Birdo's Blueclaws Network. Welcome back to Birdo's Blueclaws Network. And if I'm not mistaken, Charles King, the pitcher out of TCU University, Texas Christian University, will come into pitch. He has an interesting story. So, out of TCU, I forget what he went into. He went into a regular day job and was then hired by the Lake Elsinore Storm as, I believe, like an equipment manager, which is the low A team for the Padres. On one day, the Lake Elsinore Storm dryer exploded and they couldn't play, so they ended up practicing. And he was like, "Well, I pitched in college, so I might as well try to pitch here." And as King kicks and deals ball one that almost hit the batter, Christopher Suero. I'm sorry. And so he ends up at ball 2 outside. He ends up pitching that day in practice. And he throws 94. And then he ended up he went to tryouts with the Phillies, and as he delivers a strike that is swung and missed by Chris Suero, and he ended up getting signed to the Jersey Shore Blueclaws. So in his first year of professional baseball, he's absolutely balled out. Like, he's been really good, and I met the dude. He's super nice. I told him I knew his entire life story. He was a super nice guy, and he liked it. He was happy about it. So King pitches and called strike on the outside corner, and will bring it to 2-2. Suero calls time. King looks at the sign from Disson. On a 2-2 pitch. King delivers. Called strike 3 in the outside corner. Suero does not like it and is arguing with the home plate umpire. I think it was a ball as well, but it is Charles King's first strikeout tonight, which will bring up Jeffrey De Los Santos, the lefty hitter and righty thrower, second baseman out of the Dominican Republic. went undrafted in 2019, as he takes ball one. Went undrafted in 2019 to Jeffrey De Los Santos, and went right from rookie ball to Double A in 2022. The beginning of the season in 2020, or the end of the season in 2022, I should say, as 1-1 count as King delivers a ball outside. Then he was sent down to St. Lucie in 2023. And then after being injured, he was sent back up and was sent straight to the Brooklyn Cyclones, where he remains to this day. And it'll be 1-2 now, as actually De Los Santos strikes out, swinging, and the Brooklyn Cyclones are down to their final out. Mateo Heel, the batter against Charles King, the Blueclaws closer. Fly ball, right field. Fergus is there. The Blueclaws are within 2 games of the Greensboro Grasshoppers. Fergus fires the ball into the outfield for some fans. It is a Blueclaws win. Blueclaws fans, get your claws up as Fergus makes the final out. Be sure to tune back into Berto's Blueclaws Network tomorrow for a potential interview and potential footage from the Jersey Shore Blueclaws hosting the Brooklyn Cyclones tomorrow. The Claws move within 2 games of the Greensboro Grasshoppers, approaching their big series with them next week. Be sure to tune in for more of that. And until then, have a good one.